Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. It's another episode's interviews. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for your time. I am your host, Linnell, aka L Boogie, aka El Jefe. Oh, I got a hot mic. We'll get through it though. We gonna get through it. Yeah, we got a amazing show for you today. We got some guests. We got some guests in the room today, some people doing some great things, and we definitely gonna get into that. Before we get started, though, I want to take the time to. It's Thursday, and for me, know today is what I like to call refinement Thursdays. Refinement Thursdays, and you know, if you need to get some refinement in your life, aka to get fine again, then make sure you make your way on over to Downtown Grooming, a professional salon, barber salon for the fellas, where it's very classy. Master barbers Lou and Mike will get you put together so you can get your dribble back. That's Downtown Grooming, 137 South Park, Warren, Ohio. Give them a call, 234-223-2943. They're accepting clients right now, but go in there, as y'all can see me. I got the money making Mitch part and all that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely go check them out. They putting us back in the game. It's a very classy establishment, very clean cut, quiet. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too much going on, but getting fine again. So go check out my guys down at Downtown Grooming. All right? On a refinement Thursday, or whatever day you do your refinement on. So greeting to all. Spirits, we got to work through it. Good spirits today. Good spirits today. I feel good about today's episode, y'all. We got like I said before mentioned, we got some special guests in the building, and we've been talking this thing. We done did a episode just on the small talk side. You dig what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna bring you guys in up to speed on what we got going on, and I'm excited. So without further ado, I want my guest ELOH to introduce himself, tell the people who he is and what he do, and then we gonna peel back the onion and deep dive into some things. So the floor is yours, brother.
What up, world? What up? They call me ELOH L. I'm the producer, writer of ELOH Entertainment, or ELOH Films. So many entertainment names I'm under. ELOH Films, that's the LLC. I'm working with HD Free television or video, however you call it. We actually working on a lot of things right now as far as like movies, we're working on Boy, a TV series that's up and on the rise, that a lot of people is out here anticipating, highly anticipating, so we
for sure. We gonna get into it. Before we get into the Boy series, right? I want to talk to you specifically about you've been in the creative space here in Warren for some time, and like I remember the family tree, and shout out to the guys, Doggy, Big T down there. Y'all been doing things in our community for some time, and before we gonna get into a lot of things, but one thing I wanted to know about you is, like, being that you've been in the creative space here for so long, whether it be music, now to television, film, short films, how do you keep that that energy to do this thing in this area, which is not like it's Atlanta or a place where it's a lot of outlets to feed into for creatives? Like, how do you keep up that fire to keep on doing the things you've been doing for so long? That's off the gate. Like, I wanted to tap into how ELOH keep on, like, you come back, like you don't waver. You could come back, you're gonna be on the scene. If it's something going on musically or something, anything creative, you ain't too far away from it. So how do you continue to like have that fire burn in an area where it seems like, it's like pulling teeth sometimes to shed light on the creative space around here.
Well, you know, I just don't take no for answers. Though. You know what I mean? It's just like I we have to make it. You know what I mean? I just how I look at it. Like, however, you know what I mean? Because we too dope, we too good. That's how I always look. We were very. I know how good we are, and that's not even being cocky. Like
Right.
just as we started off rapping, I always knew how good we were. Ever since we were teenagers, like whether it was rocking mics at these talent shows and all that type of stuff, we already knew how good we were. So it's always just been in me that we have to make it. And my thing is, like you were saying earlier when we was talking, I'm the type that really do a lot of research into whatever I'm digging into. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure that we're gonna make it. I'm
Right.
not just out here walking around with my eyes closed, hoping that I get there. I'm actually, you know what I'm saying, like
Hmm.
following the right steps, or whether it's footsteps from people who already did it, or learning whatever it is. So I'm always into the know of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm always involved in something because I'm in it. I'm just one of those Deion Sanders type.
Oh, okay.
I can switch here. I don't just play football. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I could, whatever it is, I'm there. I'm in it. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to entertainment, education, all that type of stuff. It's like I want to be a part. You know what I mean? Especially seeing Warren, because growing up, Rebecca Williams and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Rebecca Williams,
You know what I
Delaney
mean?
Center.
All those type of things helped us.
Right.
Mold us into who he is and why I feel the way I do. You know what I mean? So I want to see that here again because I know these children need that. So Atlanta, those type of places, New York, all those type of places, they have that. You know what I'm saying? Like all those type of people, like Nas and all of them, they grew up. They seen that looking out the window of
Absolutely.
somebody walking out
Right.
riding down the street in the Benz with a nice gold chain on, but they rappers. You know what I'm saying? They ain't all just dope dealers. You know what I mean? People actually making it off something other than dope dealing. You know what I'm saying? So around here, I would love to see people seeing more successful black people other than dope boys. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Um. Do you hold on? Since you brought that up, do you do conspiracy theories?
I
Are you
mean,
big into conspiracy theories?
if that's what you want to call them, yeah.
Okay. Well, I refer to them as conspiracy theories only to make it more palatable
Hmm.
for people, right?
Right.
So
Got you.
I don't want to get into the argument about what's real or what's not.
Right.
So you know,
Hmm.
just so everybody could afford it, we'll call it conspiracy theories, meaning that nobody got to put too much stock into it for as agreeing and disagreeing.
Got you.
I don't want nobody getting fired from work arguing something because I'll take you there. You know, you know what I'm saying? So, but being that you had brought up, you know, the success outside of, the street success and, as far as like the rappers and whatnot, what do you think about the idea that the music, specifically the hip hop industry, is funded by private prisons?
Hmm. That's funny you say that because actually I know all about that interview back in 89, 90 that they had. Like they had an interview, a private interview, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes to where all the music execs got together and they came up with a plan, lucrative plan, to fill up all these private prisons by putting out all this junk music to keep us in the mind state to a lower vibrational mind state to sell drugs and all this stuff that's going to ultimately get us locked up in their prisons. That's going to create them money. It's been going too good for them.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just crazy when you look at like a lot of these artists, they're fake. It's all about like some of them don't even, a lot of them don't even do that stuff. A lot of them got kids that's out here in college. They out here got businesses. They're not telling you that. They're not on,
Right.
they're like, you don't hear them on, they're not rapping about their degrees. They're rapping about doing stuff that's going to get other people in trouble. They're not going to get in trouble because it's all entertainment. But the average Joe at home, young kid at home, don't see it as that. They see it as I'm trying to get what he got, and if that's the way I got to get there, that's the way I'm gonna get there. So I just really think it's a bad message being pushed out there, and I think that we really need to look at it for more than just some kind of culture type thing. We need to look at what's really happening behind these messages. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And that's, you know, like I said, I call it a conspiracy theory only because, you know, it makes it more palatable. And, you know, part of it, and I'm not speaking in the vacuum, all rap music. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not saying like that, but I had seen Lil Wayne was probably on what was it, the Pivot or I Am Athlete. And he actually said, I actually got the timestamp in one of my other phones when he said it, because I couldn't believe that he said it so blatantly. But at this point in his career, you know, he got his and he out the way. But he said that Baby and them would actually come in and say, you have to rap about this. You have to say this. You have to say that in the songs, because and he referred to him being a child. He didn't know nothing about that stuff he was rapping about for real.
Mm.
He didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? They were doing their thing or whatever, and they would come in and say, you got to say this, you got to say that, you have to say this. And that's what they would do. That's what him and Turk and them would do. And it was like, now take that back to the funding of Pacific Messages, right? So that's wild,
See,
bro.
you got to ask yourself, because you know everybody want to label something a conspiracy theory, but here goes something for you right here. If it's so much of a conspiracy theory, then how come the people, these execs, why don't they listen to this music at home? Why ain't they letting their children listen to this type of music that they're producing, that their artist is producing? You know what I'm saying? You go to these execs' house, they're not listening to Lil Wayne's album. They're not listening to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They listening to something else. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
something that's, I don't know what they're listening to, but I bet you it ain't that, because at that meeting back in the early '90s, late '80s, when these powers that be came to these execs, the execs had no idea what they were talking about, because rap wasn't in.
Right.
They're looking like, what do you mean? Get all these rappers and sign rappers. Like, we don't listen to rap. We don't produce rap. But like you said, it was a plan, a lucrative one once again, you know what I'm saying, to get everybody into jail and to get the man out of the household to make it a single parent mother and all, you know how, and
Right.
then you got the apartments and all this type of stuff that like you can't live out here unless your man, if your man with you, you can't all that, you can't get no benefits, all that, which is cool because we don't need them in their benefits.
Right.
We should be out here making our own money and doing our own thing, you know what I'm saying? Because benefits come with oppression and the rest of that stuff that come, you know what I mean? So like you said, we can go deep, bro. I mean, I own my own company, so I ain't got nothing to lose, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't got to worry about getting fired. You know, I am the boss.
Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, because I think, and like I know you referred, yeah, I remember referring to that. I know that interview that you speak of, and I feel like I don't know, man. Maybe we need to like re-put that out there or something like that, because
Yeah,
I think we know it, right? We in our 40s,
right.
and we understand. We understand it from a different point of view. Like you said, you even made something type of music like that, and then you hold up, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? What we doing? And now you actively don't make that type of music. You still create, but you
Right,
create from a space of understanding, right?
right.
And I think a lot of our younger fellow brothers and sisters out there, I think they still think a lot of music they listen to is real rap, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, but I think they think it's real rap, and that's why we call it a conspiracy theory, but not really. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But um and as it pertains to the music and creating, I always or recently wonder, like, as a community, like could we probably could sign our own J. Cole or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as a community. How much money you think it take to make 12 songs?
I know, right? I mean, how many? You saying how really? How
Yeah.
much? It all depends. I mean, because it all varies on studios and stuff like that. You know what I mean? What kind of programs and equipment they got and engineer level. You know what I'm saying? It all
Right.
depends, because it can 12 songs could be some thousands or it could be some hundreds. You know what I mean? So it all depends. Around here, you know what I mean? To make 12 songs, if you had your own stuff, I mean, nothing.
Yeah. I say that because I'm thinking, like, if the if the community signed the artist,
Mm-hmm.
you ever think about that? Like, you know how they say like the Green Bay Packers is owned by the people.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you had 12 businesses and they all sponsor a song. Like, all right, I got 1,000 for a record. You got 1,000 for a record. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's how it works. That's
yeah,
how it go. That's how it should go. You know what I mean? Because we have the power. You know, so we have all we gotta do is put our money and minds together, and boom, we got enough money to go even get bigger loans. You know what I'm saying? To even get bigger stuff that we gonna need. You know, whether it's studio equipment, whatever it is that we need, buildings, all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's like you said, it don't take much. It's just too much hatred. That's and it's a lot of this music that's purposely been put out here to make sure that we always hate each other. You know what I'm saying? We always looking at each other. It's always the men pointing fingers at the women pointing fingers at the men, the older pointing fingers at the younger. The younger, you know what I mean? It's all, we always fighting about something, and this music is helping us do it. You know what I'm saying? Because we sit here and think that that's what we are. We're niggas and bitches and hoes and all this type of stuff when we're bigger than that. You know what I mean? And if we start speaking like that, then we become that. You know what I'm saying? Because words is powerful. You know what I'm saying? You going around here calling yourself that, then you know what I mean? That's what you are. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to get out of this nigga mentality. And music talk about nigga, 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 nigga all day to make you think it's cool to be a nigga.
they say if you say something 10 times, you never forget it, right? They say something 10 times, you say something 10 times, you never forget it. So just think about how many times you done memorized the song and sung it to yourself, regardless of, like you said, it's almost every song is damn near a chant, right?
Right now, we in a bad time. Like we in some real times right now, and I know you know.
Yeah.
But that's what's really crazy right now is that people don't realize how serious times is right now. We in some stuff, you know what I mean? So you got to be really leery of your energy. You got to be really leery of what you letting into you know what I'm saying? What you're listening to, you know what I mean? And that's something like us, we have to really be leery about because we grew up on hip hop. We grew up on these, you know what I'm saying? All the crazy lyrics and all the kill, 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 all that crap, you know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes you want to hear listen to Jeezy. Sometimes you might want to listen to Yo Gotti and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you be thinking to yourself, like, when you listen to it, you like, it don't even resonate with me because I don't really even do any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool, but it ain't cool because listening to it is even if you ain't about to go act out on whatever they're doing, it still put out some kind of low frequency vibration. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? To
absolutely.
where it affects
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I ain't gonna say I disagree with you. I'm gonna rephrase, or I'm gonna be devil's advocate on something. I personally, and I'm not marginalizing anything that anybody may be going through right now, but are the times is the time right now different? Yes. Right? Is it bad? Man, I feel like it's a great time. I feel like nowadays, information age, bro, you got one of these? You got one of these, bro? You got one of these smartphones? It's so much information at your fingertips. So, I'm a firm believer of the laws. The only laws are universal laws. You dig, in the sense of like, if that music, just think about it. We understand that music is creating a low vibration, right? So the universal law is, if you listen to this, if whatever you consume is going to be a part of you. So you just use that same universal law and change what you consume.
I got a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
I just created a short film last year called 440HZ, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you know about frequencies, 440 is like a disharmony,
Right.
And that's what they actually made the music right now. Like they made it to us all 440. You know what I'm saying? So it's a disharmony type of frequency that's always being poured into. You know what I mean? So I made a whole little short film about it, and it's funny because I actually had wrote the few songs that was in there, and it was just some songs I just wrote real quick. And we went to the studio, and as the song, the engineer in there getting it all ready and everything, and he keeps playing it over and over again. to get it right.
Right, right.
And I'm not really paying no mind. But all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there, and all these crazy thoughts just keep popping up in my head. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, it's this damn music, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's sitting here, keep playing it over and over to get it right, but it's actually doing what it do. Like, it's over here I'm over here tripping. Like, all of a sudden, all these thoughts just came popping in my head out of nowhere. And I'm saying, I knew exactly what it was. I'm sitting there like, wow, this music, like, they go a perfect example of how this stuff really works. You know what I mean? Like,
so you saying uh, you, you actually tested the theory?
yeah, without even testing it, it just automatically showed me like what you're doing is, you know what I mean? This 440 right here. Like, you pick the song, and this is exactly what this frequency is. You can tell from the thoughts.
Versus, what was the other one? Was like 432 hertz.
Yes,
that's the hertz of peace, right?
Right. That's many. Well, it's so many of them, but that's one of them. Yep.
Yeah,
that's like the Earth's frequency.
Yeah, me and one of my player partners, we was talking about that just recently, yesterday, about he had did some study and looking into the power of the number 9.
Mm-hmm.
And nine months to be born, completion, so on and so forth. Viewing the numerology of any sort.
Yeah.
But that's what 432 add up to 9.
Mm-hmm.
And
everything is everything.
Yeah, it's all.
I've been seeing nines like the last few days, like 9. I've seen 9 all this morning. Like, this has been crazy. Lined up 3 and 3s, 999. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I know what you mean, man.
It's all
synchronicity, or what's the word?
Synchronized. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's talk about this project you got working on now, the hottest thing. I done seen the trailers. Like I was telling you before we started the show. I actually, it was organic promotion, man. Instagram works, y'all. Use it. But I came across the trailer. Like I said, my dog is in the movie. He ain't said nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't said he been recording or nothing. I'm like, damn. I see a trailer with him in there, and it was actually good. Shout out to Porterfield.
Yeah,
but
shout out to Porterfield.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, that's slick. We talked about how long you've been in the creativity game here, locally, just the music, everything. How was it for you working with a guy HD Free, who, from my experience and my observation, HD Free is, like I said, he is his thing is quality, right? It's quality. So just seeing you coming from the essence, understanding, and then working with him, that's bringing that high quality production to the table. How was that linking up with him, and explain like how you guys gel together?
It's just dope. Like, cause he just bring, like, I got the vision, but it's just dope to see him bring it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to make a song and to hear it played over on the radio or whatever, played, you know what I'm saying, but it's different when you writing a script and you're watching people actually play this out. You know what I'm saying? And you actually seeing it play out. You know what I mean? It's kind of different. So it's dope. You know what I mean? And it's just dope to be with a person like him who really takes a lot of pride in what he do. Whether it's investing, whether it's time invested, like he actually another person who studies the game a lot of what he do, you know what I'm saying, to get better. Because when we first hooked up, he was like, I'll shoot your movie for you. I ain't even gonna charge you because I really don't shoot movies. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really know what I'm doing in movies. I did a couple of short films like your son was saying, you know what I'm saying? But he's like, that ain't what I really do, but we're gonna learn together and blah, blah, blah. So that's what it was, you know what I'm saying? So the first movie we shooting was called Ghetto Plague. We about halfway done with that. And he was just like, I'm gonna help you out with that. So he been, and it's come out fire, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, I see what you got, you know what I mean? So I see what he got. He looking, I see what you got, you know what I'm saying? So we're very comfortable and trust each other so much, you know what I'm saying, that he know I ain't about to write no bull crap, and I know he gonna be on it as far as bringing that, you know what I'm saying, bringing that vision out, you know what I'm saying, to the utmost that he can, you know what I'm saying. He done went and got some what's those black magic, you know what I'm saying. We start off with the what was it, the those one kind of cameras, the Canons, I think it was.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
he switched to black. Now he talking about getting a red. You know what I'm saying? So this dude just really be into this stuff. Like that's what he do. You know. So I'm really just very happy that I'm with somebody who really takes as much pride and really be very on his A game when it comes down to the professional part of it. He's very professional. You know what I'm saying? I got a 10 when it comes to professionalism for real. So
Shout out to HD Free, man.
for real.
Yeah, because we spoke, we had spoke a few years ago. My son was doing a project, and we had linked up with him, and I remember then he was telling me like, I want to shoot movies, but don't nobody want to work.
That's
You remember that?
That's what he told me when you first talked to him. You're like, man, nobody want to do that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, what you talking about? I'm ready. What you mean?
Right. So that's I like I was telling you, like when I seen that y'all two had linked up, then that's when I already knew. I was like, yo, he linking up with Free. That I already knew. I felt like I knew. I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be cold because I just understood, like I said, your your consistency as far as like I said, the family tree, from the family tree. Bro, I remember doing some of y'all t-shirts when I first started doing my t-shirt thing. I doing some of y'all t-shirts, and that was years ago. You know what I'm saying? And then fast forward even towards the African American Festival, you got up there and did your thing. So from that much time and accumulating all that experience, obviously your passion for the creative part of it, and then linking up with somebody who got the passion for, you know, taking something and making it a live thing. I just felt like I already knew. I seen y'all had two linked together. I was like, oh, that's gonna be crazy.
And it's crazy. Now this is the part where the universe, the creator, you know what I'm saying, the source has it's just crazy. Like when you working in your gift, you don't struggle at all. Everything just come to you. You don't work hard. You don't even go out your way to do anything. It just be right there at your doorstep, like Amazon or something. You just go outside and look like, hey, the creator, and drop something else off to me. Like, you know what I mean? And that's how I feel. Like, cause like, man, this cat, it's just been good things happening after good things. You know what I'm saying? And it just started from because I had a barber who used to cut my hair. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't let everybody in your head. You know what I'm saying? That's just a rule of thumb when it comes to energy and stuff like that. And he was a good barber, but I just didn't like everything else that he came with. He was even cheaper than Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And actually, before him, I was actually getting my hair cut at somebody else, so another barber who was actually in the same barber because Ryan got his own barbershop. So the other barber was in the same barbershop with Ryan, and I used to get my hair cut there and looking at Ryan and do his client like, dang, he can cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if I ever, kind of loyal dude, so I'm like, I ain't about to just drop him to go to Ryan. I'm like, well, if it ever comes, I'm gonna holler at Ryan one day. So then after him, I went to somebody else, and that cat was just all negative and doing way too much. I'm like, man, okay, bro, I can't be doing this too much more. I'm like, let me see what I messed around. I'm like, you know what, Ryan, let me go holler at him. Then I started hollering at him. Then we got to talking, you know what I'm saying? And he got to telling me what he showed me. I think it might have been one with your son. I'm not for sure, but he was showing me some short films that he was doing. And I was just like, oh, I was writing a book before I even started doing this movie stuff. I was just writing a book because I was just like, I feel like my strong point, even with music, always been my writing skills. I can rap. I'm very good at it, but my writing has always, like my lyrics has always been my strong point. So I feel I could take it and do anything with it, whether it's writing. I can write poetry, comedy. It don't matter. I can write anything. You know what I'm saying? So I just choose like, let me go ahead and step into something that's unfamiliar. You know what I'm saying? Challenge myself. And I just start writing. And it was about a preacher. I think the first thing I started writing was about a family, a mom and a dad, two sons. They was involved in church. The dad was a preacher. Growing up, the one son hated church. The other son loved church. The one who loved church ended up going to prison, doing time. The one who hated church ended up being in the streets. You know what I'm saying? He made a lot of money doing, drug kingpin. So when the other son's about to get out, the father promised him that he'd give him a church, you know what I'm saying, if he get himself together and clean up himself. So he did that. And he got out and, the people loved him and he ended up getting back. He ended up trying to he was helping out his members, like paying their rent and all kind of stuff, just looking out for them, people's man. And he wanted to do bigger things, so he ended up putting some money in with his brother to flip some money. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to really get out in the streets, but he was giving his brother some money to kind of turn. You know what I mean? Kind of went south. That was the first thing I started writing. You know what I'm saying? And I never even finished that. Cause I've been Gemini all over the place writing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what got me into it. And then talking to him, he's like, "Well, you should turn it into a short film or something." I was like, "Good idea," and it just been up from there.
We gonna have to break in a minute. This mic cord pissed me off, but ain't it weird when you in the barbershop and you looking at another barber in the same shop and you,
oh yeah,
and you like, damn, I don't want them to cut
right.
I don't know. I think that's a cultural thing. That's like that's probably one of the most uncomfortable places for a black man, like wanting to switch up to another barber in the same shop.
It is. Oh, it is. Okay, I know they be looking like they don't care, but you know they be back there probably fighting out there.
I think that might be ranked up there. It is as far as uncomfortable as the no snitching thing in the for black male. Like, damn.
Like, man, I can't switch this barber. Yeah. I know he's better. You know what I'm saying? I can tell. Look at it, his hairline crispy over there. He be throwing me back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I think that's hilarious, man. But yeah, man, that's dope that y'all linked up organically like that, man. You only had to get your shit pushed back about 6 times.
Right. You know,
no, right. But hey, we gonna take a short break, then we gonna come back, gonna dive some more into the boy series. We here with ELOH, and we'll be back. This is Interviews. Welcome back. This is Interviews. We here with our guest ELOH. We talking the boy TV series. We talking hip hop. We talking conspiracy theories / not really. We talking about it a little bit everything. Before the break, we was just we was rapping about you and HD had linked up to put this together. So the boy TV series, are you primarily doing the directing or directing and writing? What's your primary role on it?
I'm the writer, producer, sound guy. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of
doing it all, huh?
Yeah, I was director at first. Then we got Lauren to be the director, so I kind of stepped back from having to do that, and she does a very good job, you know. So she'd be really, making sure the actors and everybody on their stuff, on their A game. So I like this.
And who is that?
Lauren. McKenzie.
Okay, Lauren McKenzie. Shout out to Lauren McKenzie.
Yeah, very good, very, very, very good director. And if, she ain't just her first time being a director. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of new for all of us. You know what I mean? We all just really, once again, Warren is so talented. You know what I mean? It's like we got talent everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So everybody don't have to be an actor. You know what I mean? We need people with director. We need light men. We need sound man. You know what I mean? We need all that kind of stuff. So, right. that's pretty much what I do. I'm the producer and pretty much the writer.
As I was checking out the trailers, one thing that stuck out to me is that a lot of the actors, and that goes right along what you just said, but a lot of the actors and actresses that you guys are working with for this series are self-made in their own right, and they're entrepreneurs or musicians or things of that nature. So how is it? Was it real challenging working with like such a group of strong-minded, already accomplished individuals? Like, was that challenging, or did that make it even easier because they understand like the idea of playing their part to build something, or to contribute to something greater?
Well, I guess it's just like anything else. You know what I mean? You got some who make things easier and some who just make things a little bit more challenging. You know what I mean? So for the most part, everybody be on their A game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come, they know what we expect. You know what I mean? They know. You know what I mean? Like we all need to have y'all stuff down pat. Y'all better been practicing y'all lines. You know what I mean? Like they be on it. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing. Like I was talking about Ryan, it's a beautiful thing when you just dealing with an all-star team. I look at it like an all-star team. I mean, you know, it's like, I mean, the dream team, they was like they was having fun, you know, okay, everybody good at what they do. You got every position filled up, you know what I'm saying, with all-star players. It ain't just average Joes. But it comes with ego with some people, you know what I mean? Like everybody ain't just that easy to work with. You know what I mean? I can't sit here and act like everybody's that easy to work with. We got a couple who's challenging, but it's still working, you know what I mean? But you know, that's just where you gotta be very professional, you know, set a lot of rules and standards to where, you know what I mean, everybody just gotta come bring the A game to the field, you know what I mean, and we ain't taking nothing less. So if you ain't, then you know what I mean. So everybody got that understanding, you know what I'm saying. So it makes it really easy to work with because everybody already all stars, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like I said, ego, you know what I mean. Like everybody, sometimes people gotta humble themselves, you know what I mean, to where you can actually learn or listen to, you know what I mean, to others sometimes. So we don't have that problem, you know. So they really trust us, you know what I'm saying, our direction, you know what I mean. They trust where we're going with it. They trust, you know what I mean. So it works out.
Well, y'all got them looking good though, cause like I said, the trailer definitely caught my eye. I wanna in fact, I think it should be a good time. I wanted to watch this with you. Tell us about what's going on in this scene right here.
You got a second?
Yeah, come on in.
How you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
Hey, remember that girl Michelle that we found overdosed in the park?
Yeah, I remember that.
Sure.
Someone paid $100,000.
We did all that right here in this building.
Oh, word?
Yeah, the whole scene. I forgot which floor it was on, but yeah. Oh, that was at the Y. But yeah, that was in this building. Like, yeah.
See about that.
Yeah, I was in this building. My man got a lot of room. Like in his, I mean, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much room he got up there. But yeah, so basically, you know, what you seen in that part was Murder One. He played Goon, and he got snatched up, you know what I'm saying, by the detectives, Damon, and the other detective, and he basically was out here selling bad dope, you know what I'm saying, and killed two people. They didn't overdosed, you know what I'm saying. So they was snatching them up and got him in there, but he got all. They let him off because they did have something on them, but it was kind of bigger than them. Like he working for the DEA trying to take down a bigger fish, you know what I'm saying? So
so they couldn't make everybody ain't in the know.
So they was mad that they couldn't, you know what I'm saying, make it stick because they felt like I got you now, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to, but they didn't, you know what I mean? So yeah, he slithered out of that. So
cool. Yeah. Shout out to the guys, Murder One, Porterfield, everybody definitely. Else you working with.
That Sam, yeah, definitely.
Cool, man. You married?
Yes.
How long you been married, bro? You've been married for a while, right?
Since 2007. Yeah.
I bring that up because for somebody who is in a creative space, right? And you in a creative space in a small town, and talk about how important it is having the right partner when your passion is into something like creativity, and you know, so that's one of those back end lucrative things if it pans out to be lucrative at all monetarily. So talk about how important it is, like, to have the right partner when you start to set off to do things like that.
It's very important. Yeah, actually my partner is my man. That's my roadie for real, because like everything I write, hey, I'm done. Listen to this real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, and as a partner, it's just important for her to really want to hear what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Like, she, go ahead. You know what I mean? That could be very discouraging. You know what I mean? That make you feel like, well, damn, ain't it? You know what I mean? Make you feel like it ain't worth it, even giving a shot to the world. But she really encouraged me. You know what I'm saying? She gave me the real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love. And it's so funny because her and my best friend, rest in peace, Ghost, their birthdays was on the same day. You know what I'm saying? And both of them Capricorns, and they just something else. You know what I mean? They both was like they're both very the same person. You know what I'm saying? They own you. You know what I mean? They're not gonna sugarcoat. You know what I'm saying? So she give it to me how I need to hear it. I need that. You know what I mean? And like I said, I just love the fact that I can go to her every time I write something like, listen to this. What you think? And she always tell me, man, that's good. You know, the way her facial expressions let me know, like, it's good. You know, she really like it. You know what I mean? She like a fan over here. You know what I mean? That's how she be looking.
Man, well, I your wife's facial expression, she don't got a good poker face. If she don't like something, she, you know what I'm saying, she don't really fake it too. Like,
right, not at all.
Like, yeah, I know. I don't know much about her, but I could tell that. Like, she be like, what the fuck?
Oh, she be on.
Yeah, so I think that's super dope, man. I seen y'all riding the 2-seated bikes one day.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was hard. I was like, look at her, look at. You know, that was hard, man. They was riding 2-seated bikes, handling business. I think that one. Shout out to you and your queen, bro. I think I think that's dope, man. That you we see you guys out together doing all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's your road dog, and is good to see him.
And it's funny because like it's crazy. You know, just we didn't look at it like this, but it's like a lot of people around here really look up to us as far as our relationship. You know what I mean? Like they always tell us that. Like, and I'd be sitting there just laughing, like, damn, you know, we don't, you know, when you in the middle of something, you don't really,
right.
You know what I mean? When you live in it, you don't really, but you don't realize how important it is. You know what I'm saying? So we be like, wow, we're not perfect, but everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like we portray black excellence when it comes to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like your wife, your girl, I gotta be your ride or die. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be a partner. I can't just be your piece of ass, or you know what I'm saying, yo, come cook for me. I'm hungry. You don't know. Like y'all gotta be partners. Y'all gotta be homies. You know what I mean? And that's she my homie. You know what I mean? She more than just my wife. That's my homie. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, she part of this with the boy TV series. You know, she the clapboard. You know, and she do everything. She do a lot of stuff from behind the scenes. She in charge of props. So yeah, she part of the team. You know what I mean? So definitely she better listen to what I gotta say as far as give me her opinion of how she think about. You know what I mean? Like this how we gonna eat? What you mean you don't care today about what? She invested with you. Yes, sir.
I think that's dope, and I definitely wanted to highlight that because y'all definitely. Y'all be out there together doing y'all thing. The people do see it, you know. I think that's important, you know, as far as, like I said, you know, me and my wife been together for quite some time as well. And I could see like some of the similarities and like you hit on it, just like somebody that's invested in what you into together. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to be in the game that long. You get what I'm saying? Because you've been, like I said, you've been in the creative space for a very long time. So I think that's super dope. Shout out to the missus, shout out to the queen doing it. Y'all continue to do y'all thing. What other projects are you working on at the moment, and where can people expect to see the boy series? When can we expect to see that first season? What platforms?
We're working on platforms. We're not really sure yet. We're still working. You know what I mean? As far as we're trying to figure out exactly which distributor we're going through. You know, we kind of shopping around right now to find the right one. We plan on Prime, Tubi, you know, mainly the main channels. There's a new one out here. Black. It's called Black. Something black. It's like an all black type of thing. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. So we out here shopping around. So we're gonna be on a lot of different little, you know what I'm saying, streaming all over the place.
Blasting it out everywhere, huh?
Everywhere, bro. So
that's what's up.
I'm currently working on right now as we speak a horror movie. My first horror movie. It's about some black vampires and stuff like that. It's really dope. And it's funny, once again, I'm shooting it here in this building because it's called Blood Bank.
Okay.
And you know they got the little the vault down in the basement. My dude actually showed me the vault down in the basement. I'd have been down there. I didn't tell you, my dude got some pull in this damn building. So yeah, we actually gonna shoot it here. That's probably
that's hard.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to, like I said, expand my horizons.
Hold up. I gotta know this. Did Free told you to write that?
What, the vampire?
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? Actually, sometime last year he asked me to write his wife short or some kind of because she liked vampires. So I started writing it, you know what I'm saying? And then I quit because I'm doing everything else. But then this year it was me who just thought about it. Like he wasn't even involved in this one. I just thought about like, man, I just feel like I should write a horror movie, you know, just because it's just something different. You know what I mean? I already had a horror movie in my mind, about something else, but I was like, no, I need to do this one because it's very more inner. Because my thing was though, I'll be watching Tubi. I watch this stuff. I watch all the content on there, and much shout out to all the, what I'm saying, other people out here doing their thing, what I'm saying, because it's hard, what I'm saying, it's hard work. But it's just not enough creativity for me. Everybody got the same hood stories. I'm tired of looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how many different ways can you flip it? You know what I mean? It's like we see already, bang, bang, bang. You got the snitch, you got the people, that's kind of what Boy's somewhat about. You know what I'm saying? And we got a twist on Boy though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's mostly about females.
Don't give all the sauce away, man. We gotta watch it. Don't give all the sauce away.
Yeah, it's about females. It's more about the females. You know what I'm saying? That's like it's still about dudes too, but it's like you see some female bosses. You know what I'm saying? So coming up from, you know what I'm saying, being junkies to bosses. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna tap more into that, but like I said, man, I'm like all over the place, man. I'm writing I'm almost done writing this one comedy called Ghost Ball. I got right now we're actually trying to get this. I'm trying to find right now a hotel so that we can do this. One of my main movies that I wrote that I think is one of my best ones is called The Swing of Things. It's a murder mystery, and y'all won't figure out who did it until the end. I promise you. It's really dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find the right hotel right now. I'm in talks with a few people right now. I want to help shoot that right now. I know that's the one. Like, I know we're gonna make that meal. We're gonna make a lot of money off that. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I got a virtual reality one ready to go. I started looking into like selling my scripts. You know what I'm saying? I started finding out different ways to sell scripts and stuff like that. But then Ryan came like, man, we can shoot this stuff ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But I just, man, me, see, that's the only difference. His pace and my pace is different. You know what I'm saying? He's a busy man. And me, I got all the time to sit here. I'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? To shoot right. Let's go right now. You know what I'm saying? But so, yeah, I just got a lot going on, man. It's a lot to come.
Well, y'all got this cracking, and I'm sure, the stars align, and it's gonna play out though. That's a dope. I'm looking forward, man, because like I said, I probably watch every trailer y'all got on this. I'm like, damn, when the whole show coming out? You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's why everybody like, when the show coming out?
Yeah, because it's captivating. So people want to see it, bro. Yeah, people want to see it.
We wanted to have a premiere like July 1st. We was gonna have a premiere. Okay. We was gonna have a premiere July 1st, but kind of changed our mind on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta kind of push it back a little bit. Kind of some things happen, and that's crazy. That's the one thing about this stuff. Like, it's so much into, especially like it ain't a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You shooting seasons and stuff. It's like it's a lot to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there looking at Ryan like, dude, we could have shot a couple more movies. We could have 3 movies done by now. Come on, because it was his idea. He just one day just hit me up one morning, early in the morning, talking about, bro, I just had a dream. I'm like, okay, Martin Luther King, what is it about? You know what I'm saying? And then he told me about his idea about this Boy series, and I wasn't feeling it at first. I was like, that sounds cheesy. But then I started thinking in my head, like, I had a different twist on it. I called him back. You know what? Let's do it. I got a twist. And then I called him back and said, episode 1 done. He said, what? I said, yeah, I just wrote episode 1. He said, how? Like, that's probably my best. I'm a fast writer. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that's probably one of my best attributes with this writing. I can really, and it's good. It ain't just something that is, you know what I mean? So it's like, he couldn't believe I was done that fast. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, we just kept going, and we pretty much got season 1 done. You know what I'm saying? It's just a few more things, like I said, and it'll be out real soon.
All right, man. Y'all get to work, man. Y'all tighten it up and get it out to the people, man. We want to watch it. We want to watch it, man. We want to see it. I want to see it. And yeah, man, put that together. With everything else you got going on too. Mm-hmm. But this Boy series, we looking forward to seeing it. ELOH, y'all, interviews. Thank you for coming, bro. You a friend of the room. Anytime you want to come up here just to chat it up, we don't got you project or no project. You know what I'm saying? You more than welcome.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome. Thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for dealing with. We had a hot mic little thing. We're gonna get through it, but I appreciate you, man. You the consummate professional. And then I was looking forward to this conversation because, man, me and you one of them type of people who we always seen each other around. but we never had a conversation. You know
right,
that?
right. Yeah, I know. Rebecca Williams.
Yeah,
We
like
used to always play hoop.
years,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
like years. But I always attribute that to like-minded men. Sometimes they don't gotta talk. They don't gotta talk, but because we already on the same type of time. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like
Everything in line when it's supposed to align.
right, everything aligned when it's supposed to align, and we ain't nobody trying to how can I say impede no process and impede no progress. You dig what I'm saying? So if he doing what he got to do and I'm doing what I got to do, then shit, we already know what time it is. I can see you. You ain't got to tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's funny. Like what we were just talking about, like this last little thing I'm touch on is that like we trying to actually bring because there's a lot of actors around here. You know, a lot of upcoming children. We just had like some auditions for children. Oh my God, you would think they was already out here in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like these people around here is very good. You know what I'm saying? I think they don't realize exactly how good. So that's what our mission is to try to bring it out. You know what I mean? So we actually trying to get a building. You know what I mean? Some Tyler Perry studio stuff right here. Like we ain't got it. Like you was just saying earlier, like landing that we're gonna do it right here. And that's the reason I keep coming back because I got something. You know, it's something that God ain't done with me yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep on going until I figure out what it is that He want me to do, and we're gonna do it.
All right. Well, you know, you got the support of the interviews, media teams. So if anything we can do for you from our foxhole, don't hesitate to reach out. We pulling for you. We rocking with you. Shout out to HD Free. Shout out to the boys. TV series coming very soon. Shout out to Khalid on the boards. Shout out to Queen Naj in the building. And tell us where we can find you, E.
You can find us on Instagram, Boy TV Series. You know, you can find us anywhere, Boy TV Series. You know what I mean? Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? You're gonna find us. IMBDB. You can find us on there. We out here.
All right. Until the next time, love, peace, and hair grease. It's your boy L. Interviews.